Dallas, a skilled roofer with a strong passion for her craft, finds herself grappling with a growing dissatisfaction in her relationship with Jocelyn, her longtime girlfriend. Their once vibrant and intimate connection has waned, leaving Dallas feeling unfulfilled and longing for something more. With their passion being lost, their romance ends, even after Jocelyn expresses that she loves her. Dallas officially ends their relationship, and she is moving out of Jocelyn's apartment. She doesn't even tell her what's wrong. One particularly challenging day at work, under the scorching sun and amidst the rhythmic sound of hammers and machinery, Dallas's co-workers are catcalling a beautiful lady across the street. As she diligently works on the construction site, her hands expertly maneuvering the tools of her trade, she eventually notices the woman, named Jasmine, who moves into a nearby apartment with her fiancé Ryle. Jasmine, an enigmatic and captivating presence, exudes an air of vulnerability that catches Dallas's attention. As Dallas observes from a distance, she becomes increasingly drawn to Jasmine, finding herself captivated by her grace and beauty. Yet, hesitant to act on her growing fascination, Dallas suppresses her desires and focuses on her work, pushing her turmoil to the back of her mind. Meanwhile, amid Dallas's journey, Jasmine finds herself entangled in a complex web of discontent with her fiancé. Despite their engagement, Jasmine and Ryle struggle to bridge the emotional distance that has formed between them. She paints on Ryle's nails as a joke, but he does not seem to like it. Their once effortless bond has eroded over time, leaving both feeling isolated and misunderstood. Amid her inner conflict, Dallas's day takes an unexpected turn when she finally decides to confide in her close friend Quinn. Seeking solace and understanding, Dallas invites Quinn into her humble apartment, where the air is filled with the scent of fresh coffee and the comforting warmth of soft lighting. Over a shared cup of steaming brew, Dallas pours out her heart, expressing her deep-seated concerns about the dwindling connection with Jocelyn. The weight of their unresolved issues burdens Jasmine's heart as she watches Ryle depart for a business trip to Arizona, leaving her alone in their new apartment. She longs for a deeper connection, a partner who truly understands her desires and aspirations. The absence of Ryle amplifies her feelings of loneliness and frustration, pushing her to question the path she has chosen. After a while, Dallas receives a call from Jocelyn, informing her that she has packed the rest of her belongings. Dallas tells her bluntly that she doesn't care about her stuff, and that she shouldn't call her again because she wants to cut her off. Jocelyn foreshadows that not even inanimate objects are safe from her. Dallas bought new tools, marking a new era for herself. Then Dallas takes Quinn to a bar to hook up with hot girls. She goes to a party and flirts, celebrating her first day of singlehood. Her eyes catch the bartender. Jasmine and her friend Claire enter the bustling bar for women only, a lively atmosphere filled with conversations and clinking glasses. At the counter, Desiree the bartender seems preoccupied, momentarily ignoring Claire's presence. Quinn, a helpful presence, steps in to assist Claire with her order, bridging the gap in service. Inside the dimly lit restroom, Jasmine encounters Dallas. The familiarity between them is palpable, sparking a mix of curiosity and disappointment as Dallas mentions having a friend waiting outside without directly responding to Jasmine's advances. A subtle dance of flirtation ensues, their voices blending with the soft hum of water flowing in the sink. Dallas introduces herself as being born in Sweden and migrating to Canada. Out of the blue, Jasmine asks why women like roofers, but Dallas takes it to open a flirtation. On the balcony, Dallas got hurt by Jasmine's ring, only to know that it's an engagement ring. Dallas takes it that Jasmine's getting married, but expresses her indifference to marriage and views it as a sad thing. Jasmine discovers Claire dancing with Quinn when she returns, briefly feeling a twinge of solitude. Determined not to let the opportunity slip away, she finds Dallas once more outside, where the cool night air carries hints of tobacco and distant traffic sounds. Dallas reveals fragments of her personal life, mentioning her almost engagement, which is presumably with Jocelyn, but the money for the engagement ring was spent on an apartment instead. Their conversation takes a more intimate turn as Dallas inquires about Jasmine's bedroom life, a delicate subject that adds an extra layer of tension to their interaction. Succumbing to desire, they share a stolen moment of passion with a lingering kiss. However, Jasmine's commitment to her relationship resurfaces in her mind, and she gently pushes Dallas away, a wave of guilt washing over her. Walking home alongside Claire, Jasmine confesses the encounter, vowing that such a situation will not repeat itself. Like it is nothing, Claire shrugs it off, saying that Jasmine and Ryle were practically married even before the engagement. Meanwhile, Dallas seeks solace at the bar once again, hoping for a connection with Desiree, as she failed to hook up with Jasmine. The bar's vibrant energy continues as Dallas navigates the crowd, her gaze fixated on Desiree, their paths intertwining amidst the rhythms of the night. As Jasmine wrestles with the decision to confess the truth to Ryle, her phone rings, jolting her from her thoughts. It's Ryle on the other end, coincidentally calling just as she contemplates her revelation. Suppressing her inner turmoil, she musters a facade of happiness and spills a different truth. She tells Ryle of wanting to expedite their wedding, as she wants to get married to him soon, in a garden. In hindsight, it might be her way of suppressing her guilt. Ryle agrees and leaves the planning of their wedding to Jasmine. In another part of the city, Dallas awakens to an unexpected sight the following morning. Desiree nestled in her bed, seeking a ride home. Dallas refuses, as she is aware of her impending lateness for work. Dallas leaves a few dollar bills on the nightstand, a subtle indication for Desiree to take a cab. Stunned into silence, Desiree watches as Dallas briskly walks away, leaving her to contemplate the encounter. Dallas rushes to her workplace, propelled by the events of the morning. Meanwhile, Jasmine's mind continues to drift back to Dallas, her longing intensifying with time. On a fateful day, she spots Dallas toiling on the opposite side of the street, fully engrossed in her work. Jasmine finds herself unable to tear her gaze away, her eyes fixated on Dallas's every move. Overwhelmed by desire, an impulsive decision grips her. Yielding to her fantasies, Jasmine seeks relief in the bathtub, harnessing the water's pressure to indulge her thoughts of Dallas. But as the moments of pleasure pass, she regains her composure, dressing herself as if nothing extraordinary occurred. Determined to maintain normalcy, she proceeds to work, ready to immerse herself in the world of fashion and photography. To her astonishment, Jasmine unexpectedly crosses paths with Dallas once more, the latter persisting in her pursuit, despite being aware of Jasmine's engagement. Amidst the urgency to get to her job fast, Dallas reappears, asserting her position as a construction site boss in the vicinity, as she asks Jasmine about her occupation. However, avoiding her totally, Jasmine gets into her car, but before she leaves the driveway, Dallas catches up with her. Seizing the opportunity, she musters the courage to ask Jasmine out once again, acknowledging that their paths may soon diverge, as her work on the street is nearing completion. Jasmine finds herself weighing the possibilities, contemplating Dallas's offer for a moment. Throughout her day, Jasmine orchestrates the movements of models, skillfully arranging them for photoshoots that capture fleeting moments of beauty. Jasmine's workplace, a bustling fashion magazine, buzzes with activity as models are arranged and photoshoots meticulously organized. The air carries a subtle medley of pressure and excitement. Overwhelmed by her yearning for Dallas, she musters the courage to request an early departure, craving a respite from the overwhelming emotions that consume her. A few hours later, Jasmine returns home earlier than usual, determined to catch Dallas before she departs. Fortunately, she finds Dallas and wastes no time in informing her that she has accepted her offer for a drink, but makes it clear that it will be just one. As night falls, Jasmine and Dallas dress up, preparing for their evening of drinks. Dallas wears a suit, and Jasmine wears a gorgeous, skimpy little black dress. Jasmine can't shake the unease she feels under Dallas's gaze, a mix of excitement and guilt intertwined. It is during their conversation at the bar, their legs subtly brushing against each other under the table, that Dallas discovers Jasmine's occupation as a fashion editor. The chemistry between them is palpable, and Jasmine can't help but divulge a secret. She confesses that if it weren't for her fiancé, she would have pursued her dreams in New York, but sacrifices had to be made because Ryle was promoted. In response, Dallas candidly admits that she would have gone with her without hesitation. Jasmine, succumbing to the allure of their connection, allows Dallas's hands to explore further, their desires intertwining in the dimly lit atmosphere. The tension between them intensifies, sparking a magnetic pull that neither can resist. With confidence, Dallas invites Jasmine to her home, a temptation that tugs at Jasmine's deepest desires. However, consumed by the fear of the consequences and tormented by the guilt of betraying Ryle, Jasmine abruptly flees the bar, not wanting to start an affair. Dallas pursues her, chasing her into a secluded alley, where their passions ignite, momentarily forgetting the world around them. Jasmine gives in to Dallas's touch and kisses. Yet the urgency for privacy dawns upon them, and they realize they need a more intimate setting. Without hesitation, Dallas guides Jasmine to the back of her truck, the thrill of the forbidden mingling with the overwhelming desire that consumes them both. Succumbing to their mutual longing, they surrender to each other, their bodies entwined in a symphony of passion and desire. Dallas offers Jasmine what Ryle had been unable to provide, and their connection deepens further. Their passion ignites once again, their bodies entwined in an intoxicating dance of grinding and heavy breathing within the confines of Dallas's apartment. However, when Jasmine awakens the following morning, she is greeted by a space beside her. Dallas has slipped away while she slept, leaving behind an air of uncertainty and confusion. Disoriented and longing for Dallas's presence, Jasmine's sense of loss gnaws at her. Just as she tries to reconcile her emotions, a call from Ryle interrupts her thoughts. He inquires about her progress with the wedding planner, reminding her of the reality she must face. In an unexpected turn of events, Dallas enters the room with breakfast, a gesture that surprises Jasmine, considering their recent risque encounter. Jasmine reciprocates the kiss, her heart fluttering with mixed emotions. As the hours pass, they find themselves engrossed in conversation, delving into their shared childhood experiences and growing closer as a result. Jasmine playfully refers to Dallas as a tomboy, intending it as a term of endearment. However, Dallas visibly shivers at the mention of the word, as it carries connotations she does not wish to be associated with. A few hours later, as the sun begins to set, Dallas whisks Jasmine away on a cruise. The gentle sway of the ship matches the rhythm of their conversation, allowing their words to flow freely. As the evening unfolds, Dallas finds herself drawn deeper into Jasmine's world, discovering the intricate layers of her relationship with her family. The cool breeze carries snippets of their stories, mingling with the salty scent of the sea. Against the backdrop of a breathtaking sunset, Jasmine recounts the tender memory of her first kiss with another girl during her teenage years. Each word she speaks seems to float in the air, filled with a mix of nostalgia and resilience. Dallas listens intently, the carousel of emotions spinning within her as she empathizes with Jasmine's struggles, along with Dallas's coming-out story and her experiences navigating to find her place in the queer world. Amidst their newfound connection, Dallas and Jasmine find solace in the simplicity of moments spent together. They laugh, whisper secrets, and hold each other tight while enjoying the nostalgic charm of the carousel. The vibrant lights illuminate their faces, reflecting the spark of their growing affection. Later, they stroll along the shore, the sand warm beneath their feet, embracing the tranquility of the night. In the hushed intimacy of the bedroom, Dallas awakes to find Jasmine nestled beside her, their bodies entwined. The soft rays of morning sunlight filter through the curtains, casting a gentle glow upon their skin. With a newfound sense of desire, Dallas surrenders herself to the passionate connection they share. The room becomes a symphony of whispers, sighs, and lingering touches, their bodies merging in a dance of ecstasy. As their lovemaking reaches its climax, Jasmine extends an invitation for Dallas to stay. Their bodies may have intertwined physically, but their hearts entwine even more deeply. They spend the night wrapped in each other's arms, basking in the warmth of their affection. The hours slip away, carrying them into an ethereal realm where emotions merge with spirituality, binding them on a profound level. Inside the car, Jasmine leads Dallas to the front yard of her childhood home. The air looms with oncoming rain, and the leaves of nearby trees rustle softly in the breeze. Jasmine's voice carries a mixture of anticipation and vulnerability, as she reveals her favorite tree, a symbol of cherished memories. However, Dallas's words shatter the tranquility, the news of the tree's fate hanging heavy in the air. In a moment of impulsive frustration, Jasmine's hand meets Dallas's cheek in a sharp slap, the sting resonating through her senses. Dallas's playful warning holds a subtle undertone of desire, an unexpected current flowing between them. Emboldened, Dallas issues a provocative challenge, enticing Jasmine to slap her again. Tension hangs thickly in the air as they teeter on the edge of anticipation. And when Jasmine finally succumbs to the request, their lips collide in a passionate kiss, a culmination of emotions too powerful to resist. Rao calls Jasmine to let her know he's arrived, and they will see each other soon. But the call goes straight to voicemail. He then informs her that he will be arriving home early, while Jasmine and Dallas are having an affair in Dallas's car. Oblivious to her fiancé's call, Jasmine takes Dallas into her house so they can have sex for the last time. They go out in the rain, kissing passionately as they get drenched. Their forbidden and lustful affair continues in the very house that Jasmine and Ryle share, which would be their home in the future once they get wed. Dallas comes home to her empty apartment. Regrettably, the arrival of Ryle returning from his business trip looms over their fleeting happiness. Reality crashes upon them like a tidal wave, and Dallas feels her heart shatter. Ryle is shocked by Jasmine's betrayal, especially since she wanted to marry him just a couple of days ago. Confounded, he realizes that she is no longer interested in men. Despite her efforts to repair their relationship, he tells her that there is nothing to repair. Still, Jasmine wants to save their relationship, instead of just admitting to herself that she can't. Desperate, she asks what she could do to win him back. Ryle does tell her that if she breaks up with Dallas, he will forgive her. As a result, he drives her to Dallas's apartment. A sense of longing hangs in the air as Dallas anxiously awaits Jasmine's arrival. When Jasmine finally walks in, tears stream down her face, her heart heavy with the weight of her decision. Desperate to hold on to their connection, Dallas pleads for a way to continue their relationship. But Jasmine has made her decision, leaving Dallas devastated and longing for a future that can never be. She tearfully explains that she has been forced to choose Ryle, despite not wanting to end the beautiful connection they have formed. Dallas, understanding the complexity of the situation, shoulders the blame, acknowledging her role in pursuing Jasmine while she is engaged, ultimately leading them to this painful crossroads. With a heavy heart, Jasmine kisses Dallas goodbye, the bittersweet taste of heartbreak lingering on their lips, knowing that she has to choose the man who promises security for her future. As the hours pass, Dallas's agitation seeps into her work, a subtle restlessness visible, despite her friends' well-meaning attempts to comfort her. Their words wash over her, but she remains silent, lost in the depths of her regrets and contemplations. Nightfall casts a somber veil upon the city, and Dallas finds herself consumed by her thoughts, plagued by the weight of her decisions. Regret gnaws at her, the echoes of what could have happened reverberating through her mind. Meanwhile, Jasmine desperately attempts to win back Ryle's forgiveness, their interactions mired in a tense atmosphere. Ryle, puzzled by the sudden turn of events, questions why Jasmine has never shown the same sensuality towards him, leaving his heart and mind clouded with confusion. Her seduction techniques fall on deaf ears, and their connection fractures and strains. In search of solace, Dallas seeks refuge in the company of her friend Quinn at a party, her heart heavy with the burden of unrequited love. She pours her heart out, recounting the painful tale of her entanglement with Jasmine. In a moment of vulnerability, Dallas declares her love for Jasmine. Quinn, being a realist, says that Jasmine is a straight woman and advises her to not bother anymore. Quinn's seemingly unsupportive comment pierces through her already wounded heart, leaving her feeling disillusioned and desolate. Fed up with the turmoil of her emotions, Dallas seeks a temporary escape, finding herself at a strip club, clutching a bottle of alcohol. The raucous atmosphere envelops her, but her mind remains fixated on Jasmine, her thoughts consumed by the memories they shared. The allure of the anonymous dancer holds no sway over her numbed senses. However, when advances turn physical, Dallas finds herself swiftly ejected by the bouncer, a stark reminder of the consequences of her actions. Aside from that, she also refuses to pay. It seems like Dallas has reached rock bottom. In her drunken state, Dallas seeks comfort at Jocelyn's house, her mind clouded with confusion and guilt. Jocelyn still pulls her in. Awakening in Jocelyn's bed, Dallas is perplexed, her memory hazy as she tries to piece together the events of the night. She confesses her sense of unworthiness to Jocelyn, the weight of her guilt weighing heavily upon her, acknowledging the pain she has caused yet again. Jocelyn, hurt by Dallas's actions, experiences the sting of betrayal once more, further confirming Dallas's ability to inflict pain upon those she cares about. The morning light reveals the aftermath of her choices, as Jasmine and Ryle continue to grapple with the repercussions. Jasmine misses the time when their relationship was full of love, security, and stability. As Ryle joins Jasmine in the warmth of the bathtub, the room fills with a delicate mist, swirling around them like wisps of forgotten promises. Jasmine's mind remains haunted by thoughts of Dallas, an undercurrent of guilt tugging at her heart. She musters the courage to apologize to Ryle, seeking forgiveness for her betrayal. In a tender moment, he finally accepts her apology, hoping for a brighter future ahead. However, as their bodies intertwine in a moment of intimacy, Jasmine's guilt overwhelms her, tears streaming down her face, her heart torn between loyalty and her newfound realization. In the depths of her anguish, Jasmine recognizes that the physical attraction she once felt for Ryle has waned, leaving her with a heavy heart and a painful decision to make. With a mixture of sorrow and determination, she realizes that she has to leave him behind, embracing her path towards self-discovery. After the shattered fragments of her broken engagement with Ryle settle, Jasmine finds herself liberated from the chains of societal expectations. The weight that has burdened her for so long seems to dissipate, leaving room for a newfound sense of self-acceptance and authenticity. On the riverbank, where the rustling leaves of autumn dance with the gentle breeze, Dallas finds herself immersed in solitude. The chill in the air seeps through her bones, but her heart yearns for warmth and connection. And then, like a serendipitous gift from the universe, Jasmine appears, adorned with a warm smile that melts away the cold. In her hands, she carries a steaming beverage, a comforting elixir that promises to thaw the icy grip of the season. They sit side by side, their eyes locked in a tender gaze, and a sense of tranquility envelops them. The river flows beneath the bridge, mirroring the currents of emotions that surge within their hearts. Jasmine, with courage and vulnerability, shares the truth about her broken engagement, casting aside societal expectations and embracing her true love, Dallas. In doing so, she also shatters the barriers of secrecy, prompting a flurry of questions and discussions among her curious co-workers. With a radiant smile, Jasmine reveals that she has finally let go of the confines of her shell, stepping into the light of authenticity. She bravely chooses to disclose her true self to those around her, no longer willing to hide or suppress her identity. The weight of pretense has been lifted, and in its place, newfound freedom takes root.